If that means going in front of your city council, showing them pictures, Jesus Christ, what the is that? I missed the cop, man. That's a no U-turn, isn't it? Yeah, it's a left turn only, and the cop U-turned at it. If I ever get pulled over for something like that, the cop should walk out to me and say, hey, you know you turned on a no U-turn. And I'm either going to say, oh, sorry, didn't know, didn't see, or I'm going to say, man, I got to get somewhere. Shortest path, safest path, sorry, and that's it. You shouldn't be looking at this opportunity to generate revenue for the state and start writing 28-701As or 702s or fucking anything else. But unfortunately, he will always get away with that because qualified immunity or something. And I will probably never get away with that because the state makes money off of you. The state sees you as their slave. So what's the solution? That's what I always ask myself, and that's what I always ask the pundits, and they never have an answer. Oh, well, we just need to vote in Republicans. Yeah, and the Democrats say you need to vote in Democrats. Either way, we're always still getting the end of the stick. So I ask the question again. Maybe put it in the comment section down below. What should actually change? And how are you going to accomplish it? Now, I know somebody out there is going to go, third party, bro. Hang these for their treason. Naturally, when you have a government, think of it as a pie. You slice a sliver of the pie away for the social contract. And I don't have to get in depth on the social contract, but in super layman terms, the social contract is effectively saying, okay, we will abide by the government terms and regulations and the community and the greater good and the welfare and the elderly, yada, yada, yada. You're going to take, like, here's 100% liberty in your pie. You're going to take 5% of that. We're going to sacrifice 5% of individual liberty and free will and choice and liability. And we're going to give that to the state. Because we get things like terrible potholes in the road that have been here since I've lived here for 5 years! So, you take the pie. A sliver of it goes to the government for the social contract. And you get roads, healthcare, and further encroachment on your civil liberties. So, over the past 250 years, the slice of pie that you sacrificed and will never get back from the government unless if you take it back by force. The war was fought over tax. 2 to 3%, something like that, whatever. You can argue the numbers, you can even argue the rationale, I don't care. The point being, let's call that 2% of the pie. You now pay more than half of everything you earn in taxes. Half of everything you earn. And you might go, oh, I only make 80 grand a year, and I only pay 18 to 22% federal taxes, and then my state takes anywhere from 2 to 10%. That's 30%. What about your sales tax, your real estate tax, your fishing license, your tire disposal fee, your gas tax, your sales tax, your vehicle registration? I was wondering why this guy was sitting here, and I just realized it's because it says no turn on red. Anyways, but I digress. We are getting raped. We are absolutely at the precipice. And if you want my God's honest truth and opinion, I believe the people have already lost. I believe they lost 5 years ago, 6 years ago almost, back in 2020. That was the great culling. That was the great test to mankind. And guess what, guys? We failed. We failed. We proved that global government won. We let them win. We let them win. We let them completely destroy our lives. over nothing. And we continue letting them destroy our lives. Oh, I don't know how I forgot to tie my helmet. That's a pretty incredible feat. But look, guys, so going back to the pie. You've now sacrificed 50% of your pie. The World Economic Forum says that you'll own nothing and be happy, so they want you to give 100% of the pie to the global governance entities, and they want you to have none of it. They want you to own nothing and be happy. That was in their propaganda in 2020 and 2021. This is exactly what they wanted. This is exactly what they told you. This is what they said the future is. And all of you went, well, that doesn't sound too bad. And they're going up on the global stage in Davos, Switzerland, with some lady, some psychopathic saying, why would you want to own a washing machine and a dryer when you can just rent it?
Why do you want to own a cell phone if you can just lease it? And if you lease, why shouldn't you lease your refrigerator or your washing machine or your dishwasher? Or why do you want to own it? I mean, it's not like the plastic in the middle is like, I own a broke dishwasher. I mean, wow. No, why don't you want to go into a business model where the company owns it?
And then you get, what's his name, Yuval Harari, that bald, big nose, tiny hat club guy, where he says humans are hackable machines now.
Many tyrants and governments wanted to do it. Neither the Gestapo nor the KGB could do it. But soon, at least some corporations and governments will be able to systematically hack all the people. We are now hackable animals.
What? Who is the intended audience exactly? Anyways, guys, look, it's cute to me that you have Marjorie Taylor Greene and all these other patriots talking about not paying their taxes, bleed them dry, stick it to the man, kill the beast. Okay, Dio, take it easy. We're not killing the dragon. It has already invaded every aspect of your life. Intel management engine, CIA, microphones and ring cameras and Roombas, NSA, Discord, FBI, everything is already under total monitoring, control, and surveillance. We lost. There is very little hope in turning this ship around. Pandora's box is open. We're not putting this puppy back in. You're coming in hot there, Scooter. Look, you guys want to actually make a difference, don't you? You guys actually want to reclaim your freedoms and your civil liberties. Here's the bottom line. You have to fight for it. You have to be willing to suffer for it. You have to be willing to die for it. And the God's honest truth is, the vast majority of you, including the major pundits, are all talk and no action. If you truly believe that your way of fighting against the man is to stop paying taxes, good. It's 2026. When your employer sends you the W-4, go to box 7, write exempt, and turn it in. You will no longer pay federal taxes, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. But trust me when I tell you, they will come for you. And it's one of those things where it's strength in numbers, okay? If one person did it, they get erased off the map without a notice. If 100,000 people do it, if 1 million people do it, That is this much of the United States population. 1 million taxpayers is this much of the US population. We have 350 million people in the country, at least half of which are taxpayers. What is that, 175 million people? Let's even cut it low, 150 million people. So you have 150 million taxpayers. Get less than 1% of that to just write EXEMPT. Turn it in, see what happens. It is force on force at this rate. It is force on force. Because guess what? The IRS will show up. They will show up with law enforcement. Law enforcement with their guns will say, we are going to force you by way of force to pay taxes or else you go to jail. Now, we all saw what happened during the Bundy Ranch incident, okay? And all I will say is this. They, the Bundy crowd, were and are 100% correct, right, vindicated, and God bless them for their steadfastness and their resolve. Because it's only a matter of time before similar incidents take place. It's only a matter of time. Your tax dollars are clearly not fixing the problems in your state, in your country, in your town, in your city. So whose life is it bettering, if not ours? Why is our quality of life decreasing, but our money keeps getting sent overseas? Ukraine, Israel, Syria, Lebanon, UK, Mexico, Argentina, Taiwan, Vietnam. What are we doing over there, man? I think Peter Zeihan had it correct in his 2012 book, which is called The Accidental Superpower. The overarching story in this book is the argument that the United States does not need any other country. We have the land, the resources, the geographic positioning, the military, the armament, the manufacturing, the production. We have it all. And the quintessential point Peter Zeihan makes in this book, he discusses how physical geography dictates the success of a nation. The reason Egypt fell, and this is in the book, the reason Egypt fell is because they believed they could close off their borders to everybody, but instead they starved themselves. They f***ed themselves. They thought that they were the guy. But trust me, they're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Now, the U.S., we have the most pristine territory in the world. Most pristine. We have oceans on the east and the west. We're going to see you coming for hundreds of miles away. The north and the south, we have questionable allies. And our military can absolutely obliterate their military. So they're not a threat. Except for the open borders, but I digress. You cannot attack the United States by kinetic warfare. Can't happen. Aside from terror cells, aside from little cliques and groups, you cannot do it. The Tree of Liberty is long overdue for refreshment. Whatever means necessary to maintain bodily autonomy and a pulse. I think we've already entered the do or die era. The COVID era, the people that submit chose die. The rest of us chose do. I mean, honestly, it's imperative, guys. It's imperative to grab your balls, squeeze them, make sure they're still there, all right? Just give them a nice firm, like tug them even. grab them, squeeze them, tug them a little bit. Make sure that they're locked on. Because if you wish to act rather than speak in platitudes, those balls that you're holding on to, you're going to need them. We're all going to need them. At the end of the day, they're all coming for us. Your life, your property, your family, your valuables, your job, your work, everything. They want it all. And they'll get it. If you continue going, oh, I hate this, I'm going to go write a tweet that gets 100 million views. Yeah, man, you really made a change. Brandon Tatum and Loomer and Tucker and Jack and all these fucking clowns, dude. Alright, guys, do you still have your balls in your hand? Good. Take a stand somewhere. Don't get yourself hurt. Don't do something stupid. Take a stand somewhere. If that means going in front of your city council, showing them pictures... Jesus Christ, what the is that? Hell. Anyways, take a stand. If that means going in front of your city council to show them the f***ed up road, go show them. Take pictures. Give coordinates. Demand accountability. Demand a timeline. Demand a project. Demand a budget. Demand resolve. If your method is going on YouTube, going on X, going on Instagram, then do that. If your method is writing exempt on the W-4, do it. You have no idea how many people will back you. But I digress. It's time to sign off. The choice is yours. Follow RTN Broadcasting on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you.